I'm 24. I thought I would have succeeded at 21. I'm not that financially stable. A lot of you guys don't know this, but like my parents are deaf because I feel like a ticking time bomb. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. Hi everyone, if you clicked on this video, you're about to listen to me yap my way out of my existential crisis. I have an event that I'm going to go to later today. It's like some sort of like networking event. And I'm trying to make myself feel better by talking my feelings out in front of a camera, because what other better way than to cope with your feelings than to talk to a camera and connect with you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to put this video out there for those of you who feel like you're also going through an existential crisis. You feel like you don't have it all figured out, because girl, I'm right there with you. The thoughts that have been going through my head have been severely weighing me down, and I have the same kind of existential crisis kind of like every month when my period rolls around, and then it gets better. And usually I'm a very positive person. I would say I'm more positive than the average bitch. I'm very optimistic about my life and the future, and I think that I'm very blessed to have been born with that kind of mindset and attitude, but these days have been definitely rougher. I'm 24, but I thought I would have succeeded at 21. And I know that sounds like kind of crazy, but when I look at people on social media and my peers, well, mainly social media, there are people who are like, oh, buying my first house at 21. And I'm like, damn, that's gonna be me one day. I'm gonna be buying my first house at 21. And did I get there? Absolutely not. I am nowhere near that. I feel like I'm just starting my career. Like, I just graduated in June, and I feel like it's gonna be 10-20 years before I can like buy a house. But I gotta say, like, now that I'm 24 and graduated, I have no idea what I'm doing. I tried the job search after I got out of school, and I was like, damn, I should have gotten more internships. I should have gotten more experience to help me land a job. And I was very fortunate that my professor was able to provide me with a job. But the reality is it's a temporary position, and it's not a stable job. Like, there's only a certain amount of hours that I can work. It's not a conventional job in where like I could potentially get a raise or work my way up. I don't know. There's still opportunities for me to potentially stay in this job, but as of right now, it's temporary. And that was giving me anxiety. Like, I still need to look for a job, but right now the job market is so tough. Like, I'm hearing about my friends who have been looking for a job for like years, and I'm just like, damn, like, I don't know if I got years to look for a job. And the job search is so tiring, thinking about like having to network with people and to connect with them, and updating your resume and finding the right words to put on your resume, and researching what the best tips are to reach out to recruiters, updating my LinkedIn profile. Girl, I hate LinkedIn. Like, why? Like, why do I have to do all this? It's actually so frustrating. And the thought of having to find another job after my temp job is just so, I'm dreading it, because I know I still have a bit of time with my temp job, but at the end of the day, it's a temp job. I don't have that much time, because time moves so quickly. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. But even in my job right now, like, I'm working two jobs. I'm working as a barista at a cafe, and I'm working this temp job. But I have hella imposter syndrome. Like, the work that I submit to my temp job, I'm like, am I doing this right? Like, I have no idea. And they tell me that I'm doing a good job, but I'm also like, I don't know. I'm just a girl. Like, I feel like I could be doing better. I feel like there are other people who are more qualified than me to do this job. So I just have this like looming fear that they'll drop me at like any time. And all I really want is just job security. So yeah, being 24 and being considered an adult is so terrifying, because at heart I'm still 17, but I'm in an adult body. Like, I have adult responsibilities. And if I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm working really hard to try and make my financial position better, but I'm not that financially stable. I'm working paycheck to paycheck, and I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm not saying this to like pity myself, but it's definitely discouraging to see other 24-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 19-year-olds out here on the internet, and they're like living their lives, and it looks like they have, you know, financial stability, which is what I want in life, because I didn't have that growing up, and I still don't have that right now. I'm currently living with my family. My mom is working day to day to provide for our family. I have two other sisters who are working really hard as well. Like, I am so blessed because I have the most loving family, but our financial position, like my mom and my dad are like both immigrants, and on top of that, they have disabilities. So a lot of you guys don't know this, but like my parents are deaf, hard of hearing, they are fully disabled. That sounds so bad. No, they're not like fully disabled, but they have a disability, and yeah, they are fully deaf. And that really impacted their opportunity to like find a job, connect with people, even like just learning the basics of life, being financially responsible. They didn't have access to that because when they moved here, they had to learn everything in English. And on top of learning English, they had to learn another type of sign language because my parents are Vietnamese and they learned Vietnamese sign language. So just their upbringing, they had a different type of education. They just weren't given the opportunity to learn like everybody else did. So me and my sisters had to learn a lot through our peers and school, because at home it was just eat, hang out. Yeah, my parents didn't really teach me much about financial responsibility. They just taught me how to work hard, honestly. And if you guys want a video about my experience with deaf parents growing up, I can definitely do that if you guys are interested. I don't know if anyone would want to know how my experience was growing up with deaf parents, but I can definitely make a video on that if you guys are interested. But yeah, like because of my family's position, I don't think I'm gonna be financially stable until I'm like 30 or 40 if I take a conventional career path. And I feel like I don't have time for that. Like, I don't have time to be financially stable by 35, 40, because I feel like a ticking time bomb. Like, my parents are getting older. My mom's like 60 something, and I want to give her a good life now. Like, I want to give her, I don't want to wait like 10 more years until she can have a good life at 70. I want to give her a good life and let her live out so many experiences that she didn't get to have because of her disability. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. But yeah, she doesn't get a lot of, I can't ruin my makeup. Oh my god. I'm back. Yeah, my mom doesn't have, she's such a happy, hardworking person. Everybody loves her, and I want to give her opportunity to enjoy what everybody else can enjoy before she gets too old to be able to enjoy it to the fullest. Like, I want to take her out on vacations. I want to let her get her nails done. I want her to be a woman. I want her to feel like a girl, because her whole life she's just been working so hard and being like the happiest, most positive person in my life and loving us unconditionally throughout it. So that's why I want to be financially stable now, and I feel like so much pressure to be able to succeed and fulfill these dreams of mine for me and my family, like right now. That's why I feel like I'm a ticking time bomb. Yeah. And I also want to be young and live out my experiences, like selfishly. I'm gonna put on these lashes, by the way. I also want to be young and live out my experiences while I'm still in my 20s. And I know 30 is not old, but part of being young and having cool experiences includes having my mom and my family in those experiences. And if I'm older, it just, you know, it's not gonna hit the same. I mean, maybe it will. Maybe I'll still be happy to give them those experiences, but I just want to do it now. Because also climate change. Like, I don't know what the world is gonna be like in 10 years, 15 years. And that's scary to think about. I want to do it now before like the world comes crashing down. I don't mean to fear monger, but I think that's just the reality that a lot of us young people have to think about these days. And I mean, I guess I kind of did live out my dreams of like going and traveling abroad. I'm sorry if I say like too much in this video. That's just my speaking pattern, and I'm trying to fix it. And it's really annoying when I'm editing and I hear myself say like a lot, so I'm trying to be conscious of it. But what was I saying? Yeah, I did kind of fulfill my dreams of traveling and working, living abroad. I went to Korea for a year. I went to Australia for a year, and my camera's running out of battery. But those experiences were more fulfilling for me, and I want to be able to bring the people that I love into the experiences that I experienced. And comparison is really the thief of joy. I find myself comparing myself to a lot of people, and I'm like, damn, I wish my life was like them. But I gotta remind myself that I am on my own unique journey and path every single time, and if I were them, I wouldn't have my friends, my family that I have now. So yeah, comparison is really, really tough. I'm gonna let my battery charge for a second, and then, so if I come back with a full set of lashes, that's why. Okay guys, I'm back, and I put on my lashes. It is just like these anime lashes. I'm not trying to do too much for this event. I just want to keep it clean and simple. But what was I talking about? I'm gonna put on some eyeliner now with my Judy Doll brown eyeliner. Anyways, the next thing I wanted to talk about was pursuing YouTube, and I really want to make YouTube my career, at least like some part of my career. I want it to be something that can give me at least a little bit of financial stability, because I love it so much. I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I've always put it off because it's so daunting to start, and after years and years of contemplating it and trying out videos here and there, finally decided that I was going to be consistent this year and I was going to put my all into it. And from that, it's been really rewarding. I love YouTube so much, and I love creating content because I have visions in my head that I want to execute, but as of right now, my skills don't match my vision. So that part's a little bit frustrating. But I know if I keep on going and I keep on practicing, then my skills will eventually match my vision. But the other part of it is also, it's unconventional to pursue YouTube, and it doesn't give me any sort of monetary value, at least right now. So I find myself just putting in whatever time I have. I tend to deflect from YouTube and just put it into work that can give me money like right away. And that's just like the survivor in me trying to be like, hey, you need to have an income, you need to do work and provide and have money in your bank account, because this YouTube thing, it's gonna be a while before you get monetized. And I'm prepared for that, but that's like one of the barriers I face when I'm like, oh, like I have extra time, what should I do? Should I put it into YouTube, or should I go pick up another shift? So I've been struggling choosing between, you know, this or that. But I really love creating content, and I've recently decided that the time that I do put into this content is valuable and it'll help somebody. So eventually, you know, my time will come. But there are so many other barriers to YouTube. Like, I don't have a pretty background. I don't have like the most aesthetic vlogs. I have noises in the background all the time. I think if I didn't have this mic on, you would hear everything that's going on in my house. My mom is like currently cooking right now. And because my parents are deaf, like they don't know how to live a quiet life. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, but I don't have a quiet atmosphere for my videos. I live next to a train station, so the train I can hear in the back running all the time. I live with my family, which is a blessing and a curse. Love you guys, but blessing and a curse. And I'm also just scared of like the judgment that would come if I announced this, that I was making YouTube videos to the public, to people I know, because I'm still learning and I feel like my videos are not where I want it to be. And I feel like if people watch it, then they're viewing such a vulnerable side of me. And I'm okay showing it to you guys because I know you and me, we're like this, okay? I know you don't know me that well, but to me, you watching this video, we're like this. But to the people who I do know that I'm not necessarily close with, if you're watching this video and I know you, you're a real one, okay? I trust you with my whole life. And that's why I told you that I have a YouTube channel. But to the people who like are kind of like acquaintances and they find out that I have a YouTube channel, I know I shouldn't care, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want you to see that vulnerable side of me, because I'm vulnerable. I'm being vulnerable right now, and I don't know if I want them to see that. But yeah, that's that. And I also feel that getting into this YouTube game, like I definitely suck at a lot of things. Like there's so many things to consider: camera, editing, filming, coloring, fonts, music, background, vibe. There are so many things to consider when it comes to making a video, and I love it all. I love the process of putting it all together, but sometimes it's really frustrating because I feel like I know nothing and I'm having to do a lot of self-learning, and like scripting and talking to the camera. This is hard. Like, I'm having a hard time, but I'm also really enjoying it because there's a lot of self-growth that comes from it. So yeah, all of these challenges and barriers, it really weighs on me heavily sometimes when I'm like, why did I decide that this is gonna be what I want to pursue to be my career? But doing this is really fulfilling for me. I love this work. If that means I have to pursue another side career in the meantime, like, it is what it is. So that was my existential crisis that I've been going through. Basically, I'm just at an age where I feel like I should have it all together, but I have none of it together. It's slowly forming, but I have to get through a lot of self-doubt and a lot of demons and a lot of spiraling to see the positive outcomes that are coming from it. And I have to be positive, even though I have so many demons that attack me every day. But I'm also getting through it by saying it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And I'm just like trying to manifest. I hope manifesting works, because I've seen some girls manifest and they got it. So I'm putting all my energy into manifesting, and I'm gonna write down affirmations, yada yada yada. Also listening to the podcast The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weist. That has been super nice in figuring out why I feel things, why I tend to react to things a certain way, and working through my existential crisis. Creating content every time I post something new and you guys comment or engage with it, it brings me so much joy because I'm like, hey, my community is out there. Y'all just haven't revealed yourself yet. Journaling and documenting. I'm trying to up my journal game because I think that journaling is so powerful, and it helps me keep myself accountable and reasonable, and because I spiral and I go crazy a lot, yeah. And so to end off this video, because I gotta go and I gotta go get ready, I want to talk about my dream life and moving forward. I want to give myself time freedom, financial freedom, and location freedom, and to do that, I'm gonna listen to my heart. That sounds so crazy, but I'm just gonna continue working hard, pushing through the challenges, not listening to my demons, not comparing, trying to keep my mental healthy and stable, treating myself because I know I deserve it, continuing to pursue what I believe in, creating content. I love it. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I know you can too, okay? Oh, this is the finished look, by the way. I'm pretty much just gonna go like this. Some lip balm. I'm wondering if I need like a blush. I'm probably gonna put on some contour. My face is so flat right now. Am I doing it with my fingers? Yes, because I'm lazy. Watch me not blend out this shit. I always end up with unblended contour. I don't know how. I'll be right back with some blush. Okay, so this is what I'm going to wear. I thrifted this jacket and I like the buttons, and I feel like I'm going to a networking event, so I feel like this is more appropriate for the occasion. I would usually wear a t-shirt and jeans, but so I'm wearing some Uniqlo pants, this thrifted top, and then I'm gonna put on some matcha meditation. I like the buttons here, and the collaring detail is so pretty. And this is, oh my god, I did, sorry guys, yeah, being a YouTuber is so hard. And this is the final look. My hair straight because I could care less, but that's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening to me yap through my existential crisis. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I know that you can succeed in life. We're gonna succeed in life. You and me, we're in this together. We're like this, remember? So thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Bye bye, see you in the next one.